Everyone, Archie Knuckles here, Home Buyers Express. I am a DC area real estate investor slash real estate entrepreneur slash transaction engineer. I have been sending direct mail off and on for about the last 10 years to solicit real estate leads, and it's kind of an up and down struggle because when the market is soft and people are having a hard time selling houses, they're clamoring for your business, they're clamoring to sell you the house. And a time like today here locally, it's considered a sort of a hot market, and kind of similar to how it was back in the mid 2000s. And unfortunately, every one of their mother is getting involved in real estate, and every one of their mother is sending direct mail. So it's not that direct mail is not working, it's just that it's not working as well. You have to send more letters. And for example, the last couple of campaigns I sent, I did not get any calls. I mean, these were smaller campaigns, less than 500 pieces per mailing. But even with you're expecting to get a certain response rate with everything that you send. Postcards are going to be less, letters are going to be more. Yellow letters are supposed to get the highest. Well, I sent about 300 yellow letters last campaign, did not get one call. So it's tough. They're getting several other pieces of mail. Everyone is trying to get in the business. Everyone is trying to take advantage of this surge in the market right now. So that's it's still an effective strategy. It still works. Your fortune is always going to be in your follow-up, but it's becoming more and more difficult as more and more people are doing the same things. With REI In A Box, you're getting 3 leads a day. That's pretty much the long and short of it. So without having to send any mail and without having to even receive the phone calls and do the pre-screening, I mean, these are leads that are coming to you, and then you just take them from there. So just from that point alone, I mean, it's blowing direct mail completely out the box for me. I was spending up to $1 a letter, and of course postcards are going to be a lot cheaper, but if you send out 500 yellow letters and you get 0 calls and you just spent $500 or $450, I mean, that's you can't keep going on at that rate, and sooner or later you will run out of money because you're not getting any calls back to even call someone back to make an offer. So they always say that the biggest determinant is not the response rate but the conversion rate. Well, you can't convert a call that doesn't come in. So if you're not getting a response, you're not doing any deals. And I've been stuck in that rut, and it's amazing that this came along at the right time, because it was just starting to, as time went on, it was just starting to get on my nerves how much money I was spending and how few leads I was getting as a result. So with REI In A Box, I mean, 3 leads a day. So you can't really argue with that. Now, here's the key. You have to be a transaction engineer to a certain degree. And if you're coming in not knowing how to put together creative deals, you're going to have to learn that. But the good news is that REI In A Box provides the training for you to learn how to do lease options, to learn how to do seller financing deals, and they have people there to help you every step of the way in terms of helping you close the leads that you're not familiar with closing. So you can't just come in just expecting to just get this 50 cents on the dollar on every deal, but that's pretty much the case with any kind of lead source that you do. I mean, even sometimes ugly houses will have loans on them, then you have to get those paid off somehow. So to learn how to be a transaction engineer, I mean, I think that's worth the price alone if you're not there already. It's definitely something that you want to look into if you're new. Definitely something you want to consider even if you're seasoned, because at the end of the day, 3 leads a day, that's what you're getting. You've got to be able to close the deals, but that's, again, it's a training issue. The quality of leads, fantastic. These are people with a house for sale. Sometimes you'll mail, let's say, absentee owners. They own a house, they don't live there, but that doesn't mean that they have any intention or inclination to sell it. With REI In A Box, these are people that are already not just predisposed to selling the house, they want to sell the house. They are people that with a house for sale. So that is one of the biggest hurdles to get over with direct mail, because if you're mailing even delinquent taxes, pre-foreclosures, doesn't matter. Everyone that calls doesn't even want to sell their house. Everyone that gets the letter doesn't even want to sell the house. With these leads, these are 3 leads a day with people who have a house for sale. So that's a fantastic way to get around one of the biggest hurdles right there up front. Again, 3 leads a day, so that works out to anywhere between 15 and 20 leads a week. And so if you're just, even if you kind of suck at converting those leads into contracts, if you just call them back, and even if you're not good at what you're doing, you're bound to get a deal of 15 to 20 leads a week. I mean, you'll have to really try hard to not get a deal with that kind of volume coming in. So I would definitely recommend REI In A Box to anyone, new, old, someone that's experienced, someone that's never done a deal before, because every hurdle that you're looking at in terms of trying to get business in the door, REI In A Box eliminates those barriers right off the top. And that's the biggest thing I love about it. I'm definitely a satisfied customer, and I recommend that to anyone out there who's looking to amplify their business. If you want this to be the sole source of your leads, you'll be fine. If you just want this to supplement where you're at right now and just have another source of leads coming in, that's fine as well. But it's definitely an arsenal that you want to have in your box. Thanks very much. Archie Knuckles with Home Buyers Express. You guys take care.